To this exciting episode of the Lifestyle Show with me, your host, Catherine Ngovi. And this is how you say my name in sign language. And I have my sign language interpreters, Esther Kindi and Tobias Mundi. And today, you have not met beauty until you get to watch this show. Today, I have a very, very beautiful girl as my guest. Welcome to the show. Please introduce yourself and let the viewers know who you are.
Hi, my name is Bancy Achieng and I'm Miss KC8 on campus. I'm 20 years old and I'm so happy and thrilled to be here.
Wow, amazing. I've gotten to see our girl, the smile, the face. I can only say so much. So Bancy, please tell us. You have told us that you're Miss KCA. How did you even start modeling before you won this title?
So for me, modeling didn't start as a young girl. I started modeling last year, but before that, I had people were telling me when I was growing up, you look like you can model, but that got me curious, and I was like, let me try this one. So sometime last year, October, is when I decided to start the journey, and my first competition was in February this year, where I managed to be second runners-up. It was a prom event, and now I'm the Miss KC8 on campus. The competition was in June this year. Yeah, basically that's my brief journey.
Interesting. So you're telling us that modeling wasn't your thing growing up, but people always saw it in you.
Yeah.
So by the time you're coming now to join, do you feel like it is actually something I'm really enjoying, or I should have started sooner? How is the modeling world taking you right now?
Actually, the journey so far is so amazing. I've discovered so much within myself that maybe I could have started earlier, but then God's time is always the best, right? Yeah, so the modeling journey, I'm enjoying so much. I'm learning a lot. I'm meeting new people, very good people, each and every day. Yeah.
Wow, that is so nice, and it's actually a very nice journey. So tell us how long you actually got into practicing and how you were able to actually even make sure you stood out when you met the judges and you got the crown.
So one thing with modeling, you have to put in the work. Always, always. So for me, training during the day wasn't just enough. I made sure that I went and perfected those stunts, perfected those postures, the poses, the way I present myself. And the training journey wasn't as easy. It was tough. You know, you put in the work. Sometimes you cry. Sometimes you like, am I really going to make it? Yeah, but the competition day, that's when now you have to put yourself out there. You have to believe in yourself beyond all, because for people to see something in you, you must first of all see it in yourself, right? So during that day, I made sure that I'm at all peace, I'm happy, I'm enjoying myself. The most important thing is to enjoy yourself in that runway, believe in yourself, make sure that your outfits are outstanding, they are creative, yeah, and of course smiling and literally just enjoying yourself. Yeah.
Wow, that's actually a very interesting and advice, because tell me, you've gotten to this day, you've given your best, you've gotten the title. Are your parents aware? Are they happy? How are you feeling? How was it when you were actually crowned?
Actually, my parents were in that event. They came, all of them, and my siblings too, and that made me so happy. And when I saw them, I told myself, there's no way I'm going to let them down. And their presence made me become even more courageous, more confident, you know. And the moment I got that crown, I was so grateful. You know, the prayers, the sacrifice, the hard work, you know, that it didn't just go like that. So that really made me so happy, so humbled, Yeah, and for me that was an opportunity to become a better person, not just for myself, but for other people, to become a leader and to put what I believe in out there. Yeah.
Amazing. I really am hoping and I'm wishing you all the best. And all these lessons you're learning, it's very, very good if you get to impact other people, maybe even teach the younger generation. That is so, so nice. So please tell us, definitely, you are facing a lot of challenges during this time. Can you please let us in on those challenges?
The biggest challenge was self-doubt. You know, at some point during the training, you could sit down and ask yourself, am I really meant for this? Is it really worth it? Am I even going to make it? I remember there were times I used to just sit down and say, am I just quit, you know? But then I remind myself that you've started this journey, and when you start, there's no way you're backing down. So we are going all in. And no matter the results, the best thing is that you've tried, you've put yourself out there, you've believed in yourself, and you've at least made that effort to inspire somebody else. You know, there was someone who was telling me that being on stage itself is it's a very big thing, you know. Allowing yourself to just walk, smile. It's not just about walking, it's about believing in yourself. That confidence, the way you put yourself, you know, it's really a lot. So that was it.
Amazing. And your comments are really, really, really nice. And sometimes we get to face a lot of challenges, but having these people who are there to motivate us, to train, to support, and make sure they are pushing us. How was that journey? How many people did you have doing that for you?
Honestly, I had a lot. Not like really a lot, but I don't know if I could name them, but there were really many. And from my friends, my family, and other people who are just like, you meet random people and they tell you, I believe you will win. And that itself is a very big confidence booster. I mean, somebody telling you and believing in you, saying that you can win, that's really something. And you know, people support us in different ways. There are people who are supporting us with prayers, supporting me with motivational quotes or inspiration. There are people who are supporting me with outfits, you know. The people who are just everything. They were there, they saw me, they saw the potential, and they believed in me. That is what mattered at that time.
Amazing. So, did you ever get to have haters, people who are telling you or bringing you down, and how did you handle it when it came along?
Yeah, at some point I had haters, you know. You see, in pageantry, everyone has their own supporter, and someone will just come and tell you, I don't think you will win, I know my person will. And for me, I always took that as an opportunity to grow, seeing challenges as opportunities to grow, and proving that urge of wanting to prove someone wrong. Because if somebody doesn't believe in you, you tell yourself, it's okay, you know, this is a challenge. And we always use challenges as opportunities for growth, because one day you'll just say, this someone didn't believe in me and now I'm here. Their words didn't stand, you know. Yeah.
Wow, and that is so nice because of the aspect of believing yourself. And that story is very, very wonderful, because through these challenges, support, not everyone is going to be doing that. Some people are jealous, and that's normal, that's part of life.
Yeah.
But allowing yourself to keep pushing, that is the most important part. So let's get deep into your lifestyle, kidogo kidogo, because you get into modeling, you've talked of outfit. How is your fashion like? Tell us more about your fashion.
My fashion taste is a bit classy and bold and modest. Yeah, a mixture of that. Yeah, and I really I love, you know, just mixing basic with bold. That's, I like it.
tell us the specific. What is it about the high class? What do you get to give? How does your fashion communicate to other people when they get to see you? And you've gotten the bold aspect. Tell us more about it.
So I always believe that the way you dress is the way you're going to be addressed. And when you step into a room, how you dress is the first thing that you say. So for me, bold is something that makes me confident, you know, something that I dress in, I can stand up, you know, I can just speak to anyone because I'm confident with the way I look and the way I appear. Classy, classy in the sense of I love gold and silver, a blend of the both. Yeah, that is what makes me feel confident.
That is so nice. So tell us, between school, modeling, lifestyle, all these things, how do you get to balance all this together?
Personally, it's about setting priorities, you know, and you know the way you use this SMART technique: measurable, achievable, realistic, time bound, you know. So there's school, there's modeling, and then there's the other life. So you just know that at this time, I have a school project. Before you know, we usually told that before you're anything else, you're a student. So at some point you have to prioritize your schoolwork, and another time you remember that you're a miss. So you have to prioritize the school CSR projects and your own projects too, you know. And now
just continue. Like to make sure the viewers are getting to hear us clearly. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
okay, so I was saying priorities, setting your goals right. You know, we usually use this SMART technique. We have learned it in school and also outside here. Your goals have to be measurable, they have to be realistic, they have to be achievable. You just set your goals in a way that at this time I have to do this, at this other time I have to do this. So that is what I use personally. Yeah.
Interesting. So definitely education is good, and that's the priority. So for you, how have you got into balance? Is it the same rules that you've given that you've used, or sometime you found yourself one side taking more from you?
At the beginning of all of this, I wasn't as aware. So I noticed that I'm not like really balancing it well. So that's when now I decided to okay, there's this public speaker who I follow. He said that for you to be consistent, you have to like follow a 30-day routine. So I decided to follow this 30-day routine to like to set my goals, knowing that there's school, there's modeling, there's the social life, there's the family time. So okay, you have to balance in one way or the other to make sure that all aspects are just factored in. You don't have to leave one, you know. Yeah.
That is so amazing and that is so nice. So currently you're still a student, you're ongoing, or you're done? What level are you at? What level are you at in school and the whole industry?
In school, I'm going to my 4th year in September. Undertaking Bachelor's of Business Information Technology at the KCA Town campus. And in modeling, this is my 1st year, and I'm so happy that God did it for me.
Amazing. And I'm really praying for the same for you, because the 4th year is always the last year, and it's the time where you have to figure out a lot of things.
Yeah.
And welcome back from that short break. We've been with our guest, Bancy, who has been telling us about her journey of modeling. She's informed us of the challenges, and I'd like us to continue to get to know her and just have much more interaction. So please tell us, So tell us one habit which you just can't stop doing. This is something you do every other day.
One of the habits that I do like daily is gratitude. Um, the biggest thing that you have been given as human beings is being alive. You know, when you just when you wake up, that's a blessing on its own. When you go do your errands, you're healthy. You can be able to, rush from one point to the other. And even if you can't rush, you're just alive. You're in this land we call Earth. That's one of the things that I make sure that not a day can end without saying thank you. And also when you experience the privileges, it's not, we don't have the rights as human beings to claim the blessings that God has given us. It's a privilege. And for that, you always have to be very grateful for anything. And apart from gratitude, what I also practice is journaling, writing down whatever plan I have, or whatever thing that comes into mind, or whatever thing that I feel I can pour out, Writing for me is something that makes me feel a bit relieved. Yeah. So journaling and gratitude are one of the things that I can't stop doing.
Amazing. That is so interesting. And you've talked about journaling, right? Your ideas, your plans. How do you get even to find? Sometimes you're just somewhere, you can't just get it out and be like, I need to do it. How do you work around that?
So for me, journaling, I can either do it early in the morning or late at night before I sleep, or when I wake up the first thing, or even during the day when I feel I can get some time to just squeeze off, I just write. And even if I don't know what to write, I always make sure that I write a Bible verse. I start with a Bible verse, and from there ideas flow. Or if not that, I just write what I'm feeling. If I'm angry, or if I'm sad, or if I saw something and I want to find my way to do it, I just write random ideas. And then at the end of the day, or at the end of the time period, I cannot be able to collect them and now know what exactly I want to do.
That means that means apart from your journaling journey of whatever you're feeling, you can be an actual writer of of different materials.
Yeah, but I've never put myself into it. I just write random things. I can in point form, of course, and then I now come back at it, and I'm like a paragraph. I just write it this is what I wanted from this and this and that, and this is the final thing. And it has worked for me severally, so I think it's something that I can adapt.
Amazing. Okay, that is actually a very nice habit, and I'll really encourage that because not so many people can actually do journaling, because sometimes people deal with even stress differently, but your way of dealing with it's very, very interesting. So right now I'd like us to get to fashion a bit and tell us about sorry about that. You actually even described to us your style in terms of high class and all that. Tell us where your fashion trends come from and how you juggle it.
So my fashion trends mostly come from the mood, and apart from the mood, now I rhyme my mood to now I send myself to just go look. We have Pinterest, we have YouTube, we have Instagram, we have TikTok. Now the good thing with watching all those things is you may not actually copy that, or not actually get the whole thing like that, but you'll at some point you just sit down and what am I going to wear today? And then you remember a certain inspo that you saw, and you're like, I can combine this and this to create a mood of joy, sassiness, modest and all that. So for me, it's getting inspos is very important, and also networking with other people and connecting with other people, other like-minded people. You get the ideas, and then now you put them into work. Yeah.
How has that been working for you all along? Do you feel like it's actually working well and you can actually encourage other people to try the same?
Yeah, it works, not always, because you may be somewhere you don't have internet, but just having the good thing with visual content is it will always stick. So you might actually have something that you can just combine to bring that mood that you want to bring, you know. But the most important thing with fashion is confidence. You cannot articulate your fashion taste very well if you're not confident with it. And with confidence comes joy and the feeling that you actually own it. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. And that's actually so nice. So, what tips can you give other people? Because you seem to be very confident. What is your most even confident look, which you always rock and you feel like this is my day?
We are all different in many ways, right? So I feel like, and we all have our different fashion tastes. For me, what makes me first confident is making sure that whatever I'm wearing is bold, you know. Before I even talk to you, I have to be bold. I have to first of all own whatever I'm wearing. So I mix something classic with something basic. You know, we usually say quality over quantity, making sure that each and every time I purchase something, it's something of good quality, so that now I mix it with something. When I mix it with something basic, it brings out that whole idea of a really good fashion. Yeah.
Amazing. So, with this outfit and this look put together, how is it? Tell us your most confident day. How do you go about it? This day where you just didn't get dressed, but you showed up and you showed out. Tell us about that day.
So on that day,
So, repeat that question. I feel. So you've really gotten out. You're feeling very confident. You see, like sometimes there are days you're not the most confident. Sometimes you're the most confident. So how is this feeling for you, and how does it even show when you go out when you go out there?
so as human beings, we have those days that you feel today I'm just totally off. And for me, on that day, I'll make sure that I'll wear something that makes me feel confident to hide that feeling, not to hide it, but to cover it up, you know. And I'll try to make sure that I'll just wear my best outfit on that day. And my best outfit can be smart casual, it can be official, it can be just casual, you know. It can be anything, so long as it makes me feel, not literally anything, but anything that makes me feel so confident. And on those days that I'm confident, that's when now I make sure that I look so good on that day. And that's how I maneuver. That's how I balance the good days and the bad days. And also, you top it off with a smile. You know, they usually say that a smile hides a lot. You may actually be going through a lot, but the smile will always cover it up.
Amazing. So I've really looked at your outfit today and it's speaking volumes. So what are your places? Where do you go to get this outfit? What are the secret tips which you can give other students for them to look as nice as you do?
So as students, we live on a budget, you know. And for me, I make sure that first of all you identify your niche and you work with your pocket, you know. You work with something that is pocket friendly and something that you can really manage. So for me, I go for thrifts, or yeah, actually go for thrift. And now that's when now I mix the thrift ones with the quality. That's why now we go for quality over quantity, making sure that whatever thing you get, you don't just get many clothes, you get whatever thing is of good quality, and you know quality lasts longer. And just a little encouragement, don't feel ashamed to repeat outfits. It's okay, but now when you repeat it with another taste, you repeat it with another mood. Yeah.
Amazing. And you've talked of the budget and the aspect of repeating. Hey, some people don't even know how to go and get along with the fashion for them to be creative and make sure their repeat is actually looking amazing, because sometimes we get to buy some of the second-hand clothes and people rock them sometimes, and some people get to struggle. They just think it's because of the high end, they bought their clothes high end. How do we even navigate through all this?
So for thrift or second hand, you have to be creative with them. They are very good clothes, you know, and now that we are students, you know, we are of different economic classes, right? There's someone who can't thrift and there's someone who can. Um, for me, I just always tell myself, I have to get something of good quality. Quality will last, and quality will take you longer. So playing around those clothes, you know, you can't, if you have a very quality jeans, I mean, you can mix it with a very beautiful top, you know, you can mix it with a t-shirt, you can mix it with a trench coat, with a leather jacket, you know, all that. So making sure that you get so creative with your outfit until we look at it and you're like, ooh, yeah.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Actually, as you speak, I'm really getting motivated and inspired, because sometimes for me it was a challenge. Going for thrift, it was always a 50-50. But actually, after speaking to you, I'm really getting to learn how to improve my fashion sense. And that is something I'm really ready to try from now henceforth. So please tell us, where does your inspiration, where is this motivation of you to always keep going coming from?
So my motivation in life, my biggest motivation in life, they say charity starts at home. So my biggest motivation in life are my parents. Both of them, they're very supportive, they're very encouraging. Actually, I remember during the modeling, you know, the training, the 2 weeks training period before the Mr. and Miss competition, I used to come back home feeling drained, feeling tired, feeling doubtful of myself. But they was like, why are you dating yourself? We already know who the winner is. So you don't have to feel left out. We believe in you, and that is what matters. We see the potential in you. We see the Queen Esther in you. So you just go do your thing. We know that you're the best. And they actually helped me so much in looking for the outfits, looking for just navigating through everything, and they're the biggest support system that I have. And apart from time, I have my friends, my very close friends. They saw, not just on that day, even on my daily, day-to-day life, they usually tell me, once we believe in you, you inspire us. We see so much in you. I'm here because you supported me. I'm here because we believe in you. And they have been so good. So my friends, my family are my biggest inspiration. And other than that, you know, there are other there are other pioneers in the industry, people who have made it. And because of that, I always look at myself, and then I tell myself, one day I would love to be like so and so. So that's, having other people in the industry and my family and my friends are my biggest inspiration in life.
Interesting. How is the feeling? Because I'm really looking at someone who doesn't have the full support from the family, because that is so amazing to hear, because most parents don't even support modeling. How is that for you? How does that make you feel? And if you're almost crying, or these people are holding you down, how does that even feel?
Um, to have very supportive parents, it's a privilege, and that is one thing that I'll always be grateful for. And my encouragement to someone who's out there and they don't have the support system like I have, it's first of all, I always believe that for you to give something outside, it must start from within you. So believe in yourself. And the toughest thing to do okay. The toughest thing will always be to start. And if you've already started, then people will catch up with you. They will see your work and they will believe in you. So if people think that whatever you're doing doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. Start, encourage yourself, be your biggest fan, but surround yourself with people who will always see the good in you. Because if you surround yourself with negative people or people who don't see anything that you're doing, if it's valuable, you will not go a long way. But if you surround yourself with the best people, people who see the good in you, people who see your potential, people who see your value and your worth, you'll go a long way. But if for now you don't have, keep pushing. They will catch up with you, and one day it will make sense to you and to them.
Amazing. And that is a very good lesson. And from your family and your friends' support, oh, that is amazing, because they're so proud of you and they actually even made you win the crown. So what message are you giving other girls out here? What is the advice that you can give to them?
The biggest advice is to never give up. And apart from giving up, always believe that whatever you want literally exists. If you see yourself not only in pageantry, not only like a very, not like just a very big model, even in life, we all have different paths. So in whatever path that you're going through, always remember that you can. There's this quote that says, if you believe you can, and if you believe you can't, you're both right. And I would love for every young girl out there, not just to believe that you can, because you have the potential. If God has put a dream in your heart, He knows that you can, and He knows that He has given you that platform yourself to go beyond your comfort zone, to step out of that fear and know that you can go, you can do it. And apart from that, learn to believe in yourself, be your biggest cheerleader, and be merciful and graceful to yourself, be kind. When you make mistakes, don't ruin yourself by telling yourself, I'm the worst person. No, we all make mistakes, but whatever matters is how you do or what you do after that mistake. Yes, so keep going, keep pushing. You can do it. Yes.
Wow, amazing. I'm really hoping my viewers are getting motivated and they're getting to learn a lot from our guest today, how you're supposed to encourage yourself and how you need to keep going. So I know we're winding up soon, and I really want us to talk about the goals which you have set up after winning and everything which you're achieving. Tell us more about your future plans.
So next year is just around the corner, and I'll be handing over to the next town campus queen, right? So for me, it won't stop there. I'm an advocate of mental health and environmental management. So I'm in the process of establishing my own initiative, and I believe apart from that, I'll be an advocate for the things that I've mentioned, and I believe that I'll also contest for other pageants in future. And apart from that, I'm looking at the modeling industry as a very wide industry. I'll make changes in whatever thing I'll venture in, and that is the role of a leader, to inspire, to impact, and to bring change. That is the reason I believe God brought me here. Yes.
I really like your response, because advocating for mental health, which is something very, very big, and the environment, that is very, very important, because these are things which are impacting us every other day. And I know the younger generation or any other person who looks up to you is going to be motivated. Please give us your social media platforms, the names where people can actually get to connect with you, any platforms where we can get to connect with you.
So in Instagram, I'm Bancy, or okay, if you search Bancy, there's this one that comes with a bunny. So Bancy/bunny. And for TikTok, it's bunny3. For YouTube, it's bunny3. Yeah, so you can go search. I'm in TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm really hoping that my viewers who have gotten to join us and have gotten to interact with Bancy, it has been amazing. You can go on all her social media platforms from Instagram to YouTube and on TikTok, and you can get to connect with her. Maybe even have discussions